Hello, and welcome to this collective and timeless reading. This is E-Star Tarot, and excuse me, got a little cough in my throat. So today we're going to be doing a collective reading to see what our ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels would like us to know about what we are manifesting right now. What is it that we're putting our thoughts and intentions toward? What's coming towards us that we are actively manifesting? And today I brought back the dolphin totem to be with us today. He's a funny little guy. I like him. Dolphins are a great symbol of joy and going towards our happiness. So maybe that will be an important message with us today. And we also have this nice little piece of serpentine with us. Serpentine's great for aligning our chakras and activating our kundalini, which is the energy serpent that runs up our spine and connects with all of our chakras. So it makes sense, right? And they help us with the emotional blockages that can be a part of that, part of what's blocking our alignment. So that may come in today as well. Let's see now what our messages will be. What are we manifesting right now? Oh no, the devil. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I want to get more cards here, but you know, the devil can sometimes be about things that, you know, can be a little devilish, maybe a little bit of fun, maybe a little mischievous. So maybe we're actually bringing in some fun into our life. But, you know, alternatively, maybe we are kind of bringing in the wrong energies. So we'll get some more cards here just to see what's going on. Oh no, 5 of discs. We've got a lot going on here, don't we? Yeah, loss, desire and loss. It's interesting. 6 of Cups. Here we go. Joy. We've got desire, loss, and joy. This is a bit all over the place, isn't it? Maybe you're pulling at a lot of things going on here. Oh. The Tower and the Sun. What is going on here? We're getting such polar opposite cards, aren't we? This is very strange. But you know, actually there's that energy serpent right there, isn't it? This person's aligning all their chakras. And they've got all the zodiac signs represented there as well as the planets. Illumination. Revelation and illumination. Oh my gosh. Wow, so this is pretty intense. Look, we got 3 major arcana in here. This is crazy. This is crazy. I think you're going to have a lot coming in. Not to scare you or anything, but this is going to be a really intense time for you. I think there's going to be, as the Tower says, a lot of revelation. But that might be something necessary for you right now. I think maybe that you're sort of wishing for something to come in for yourself. Yeah, you've been in, you know, you've been in a pretty dark, shadowy place right now. I almost said shallow. Maybe you were kind of thinking shallowly about life, like, and not in the sense of like in the sense of like not thinking of it with as much depth as you needed to. You were in a different phase. You were living life not as deeply as you needed to be. And you sort of had to go through that dark night of the soul, right? Because you look at you here. You had to go through it. You had to go through the losses. Yeah. There was a hard journey here. And honestly, I'm seeing a lot of dark intentions towards you. Like there was something that was trying to block you, try to keep you back, hold you back. You know, this devil energy was trying to cause you harm. I'm even seeing like dark magic here. Like someone was casting spells on you, or trying to you know, sometimes that magic is like, it's not always, you know, someone doing a specific ritual. Sometimes it's just people having, you know, evil eye on you, or, you know, eyes of jealousy or things like that. Like people having bad intentions towards you, like bad vibes that can, you know, unintentionally, they can turn that into an energy that attacks you, right? And that was something you had to confront and extract yourself from that. Because look, you had to go into isolation here. You had to lose all those connections that were tied to that devil energy. And it sucked, but you went through a portal here into a new life. And I think now there might be something new coming in for you. Because you have that big, strong sun energy here, and you have the sun right there. Joy and illumination. And even here, you can see in the tower that illumination is already beginning right there. Because as the tower happens, they're illuminated and protected. You see? They're safe. As the eye of Sauron goes down, right? Yeah, so the false eye. There was strong energies against you. And it was a hard period to get through, but you learned how to find joy again. And what you're manifesting now is that future that you want, that isn't based in this feeling of loss, feeling of lack. Yeah. And you might still be in that part of it. Like you might still be in the part where you have to fight against that, you know, devilish energy that's still trying to throw you off, trying to keep you off balance. There's definitely been a period of isolation, or, you know, something like thinking about the past a lot, thinking about, you know, did I choose right? But actually you did, because look, Six of Cups here. You know, loss is thinking about the past and everything that you could have had. I even could see, you know, you're thinking a lot about something that didn't work out with someone. Yeah, because the Six of Cups is about nostalgia, right? And warmth. So maybe you kind of, you had that loss of that connection, that feeling of connection with like a community or just someone special, a special someone. And this was sort of the tower moment, but the tower moment brought you, it's bringing you to this person, that this new sense, new phase of yourself that's really powerful, that's more truly you. Someone that isn't able to be tricked by that devil energy. Someone that's more aligned with who your true self, your true soul is. Yeah. Get a Moonology card. And if this is all, none of this has happened yet, this is something that is manifesting in for you. Maybe it's sort of like the things that you want are coming for you. You know, that connection, that feeling of being whole and complete are coming for you, but there's necessary steps along the way. You know, there might have to be this confrontation with the devil, which could be your shadow, could be even people in your life that are not good for you. And you're afraid to do that because of this loss, right? That's what's holding you back. You're afraid of letting the tower moment happen. But you know, it's going to lead to the sun, so the sun's going to come out again once you do. So I won't tell you what to do, but I think you should probably... I got 3 cards here. Should I take all 3? Okay. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Yeah. So maybe you're sort of becoming more illuminated right now, but that's got to be brought into balance with your actual lived experience. Full moon in Pisces. Yeah, because when we change internally, our outside has to reflect that, right? So everything has to dissolve, everything has to fade away that doesn't align anymore. Then we've got be bold and make the first move. A new start is coming. New moon. Yeah. So what you're manifesting, you're trying to bring in this new future that you want, that it's more aligned with your spiritual self that has already shifted. Oh, I guess the... It's kind of a funny sneeze. Maybe you're kind of resisting the sneeze. You ever do that where you try not to let it happen? But yeah. It's kind of a release. It's kind of like, yeah, because the sneeze pushes out all the mucus and stuff. Maybe it's sort of like that's what needs to go. You're pushing out all that dark energy. Cardinal moon and new moon. Be bold, make the first move. Yeah, so if you're in this stuck energy, I think that's sort of what's blocking this manifestation, if that's what's going on, because I think you know that you have this coming in for you, but you have to let those things fall away, and you're delaying that. Maybe this even could be about a new love coming in, and you kind of have to make the first move in that situation. Let them know that you like them, or maybe you even have to travel to meet them, or step into a different destiny, step into a new path. It's like you know that what you're supposed to do, you're just not doing it. You're not letting yourself go there. Oops. Had to turn off my timer. Yeah, time. It's like it's time now. It's time to go. But you're stalling. Yeah. Balance spirituality and practicality. Be bold, make the first move. You have to move forward right now. You can't stay stuck in this energy that wants to keep you as you've always been, right? You have that ability to move on. There's certain things you got to cut away, and you're afraid. You're a little hesitant, as you think, what if it doesn't work out? What if I don't know what I'm doing? What if I'm making a mistake? But I don't think it's a mistake. This seems like a big destiny to me. Let's get a couple of those cards here. Yeah. What are they afraid of? Oh, the Lovers. Maybe you're afraid of, it's like when people are afraid of success. Oh my gosh, we got that snake there, right? See? The serpent. You may be a little afraid of destiny because it seems so big. It seems so important. And maybe you're just used to being in that energy of sadness that you actually don't know how to be happy. You don't know how to let the good things in because it involves cutting away old things, right? Old things that you've been hanging on to that have been a part of you for so long. It's scary to think about them not being there, even if they're not good for you, right? Yeah. Let's just take a butterfly card here. Yeah. What's the change? What needs to change? Yeah. End of an era and forgiveness. Yeah. So maybe you need to forgive. You need to have forgiveness for everything that you did in the past and everything that you didn't stand up for. And that includes yourself, right? That includes, if you didn't, take action in certain ways in the past, maybe, you just need to forgive yourself for that. Maybe forgive others as well, because if others wronged you, especially with this devil energy here, maybe you just need to say goodbye to it. It's almost like people hurt you in the past, but you still can't let them go. You still can't fully cut the cord with them. Maybe they're like family, or maybe they're like, a husband or a wife, like a divorced spouse. I have a lot of air and things come up. It's weird. Maybe you didn't say all you need to say, and that's bugging you. But I think you need to forgive yourself for how things played out. Sometimes things have to just come to an end because we need to move on with our lives. We need to move forward into the future, what we really want. So, yeah, because a new start is coming. It's here for us. That's what you're manifesting right now. All you have to do is step into it and take that for yourself. Let the cycle end that you've been stuck in. Because I think a new one's coming in for you. You got Lovers and Six of Cups here. I mean, maybe there's someone new and important. Cold Moon. Take with thee the drearest of moments. Release me for their tongue, and nourish me with light. Yeah, release the past. Release the harshness that was part of your past. People that hurt you. Release them from your heart. And it's not about forgiving them. It's about just letting them go from your energy so that it can shift into something new, something better. Because if that energy is stuck in you, it holds you back. You don't focus on the things that you want in your life. You focus on the past, and that's not how things come into reality. We have to picture something before it becomes real. And if we're always picturing the past, nothing changes in our reality. It's just a loop. It's just a cycle. So you have to get used to thinking about the future in a positive way, thinking about the things that we want, and always picturing that in your mind. Picture where you want to go. Picture this sun energy. Picture the Six of Cups, the things that you do want. Because, you could have someone that's really suited to you in your life. And it doesn't have to even be a lover or something like that. It could be like a community that really understands you, a circle of friends that's really important to you. Or it could be a new family, or it could be just even a new place to live that you really love and that resonates with you. Yeah, and Cold Moon here even makes me think of the winter. So maybe this is going to happen over the winter for you, where you're really going to... You might have this tower moment over the winter. That might be difficult, and it might be hard to say goodbye to certain people and to a phase of our life. But the new one's coming in for you. It's going to be okay. And you have balance, practicality, and spirituality here. I think it's because, again, you've changed your vibration. You've become this more spiritually attuned person. And that old life that you lived was, when you were in that lower density, that lower vibration. And it just doesn't work anymore for you. Your life has to shift around you when you change. When you go on the inner journey, the outer journey happens as well. So, I think we're going to get Land Sky Oracle card as well. It's a very interesting reading. what you're manifesting. It can be sort of difficult when we manifest because we don't always know what we know what we're asking for, but you know how it plays out can be not what we expected. And sometimes we can struggle with that because we have to give the universe rein to let it come in how they are going to make it happen for us. Otherwise it won't happen, right? Truthfulness, Satya. So maybe you have to speak your truth. And that's what this Tower moment's about. You're going to be really honest with some people. Or maybe just live in boldly in your honesty. Boldly in your truth. Be who you truly are. And that might ruffle some feathers. Or it might, you know, even... I'm hearing even like it might even... It's like it'll put you at odds with your country or your like government. This is so odd. Like it might be, you know, you have opposing views that not everyone's going to agree with, and that's why you're scared. But you got to speak your truth. That's worse when we keep it inside, right? Artha, balanced life, 34. Got 3 and 34. Threes. You know, it's got to do with your intuition, your inner knowing. You know the truth. You know what's I want to say what's real, but what's like, what is right. You know what's right. And it's eating you up inside. So you gotta speak your truth, or it's going to, you know, you don't want to let it destroy you, right? The Tower here, you gotta let it out. Maybe this is even just speaking your truth to your family, but you know, because your family can almost be like a government, right? Like it's a system, right, that works together. And sometimes it feels like if we say something we don't agree with the status quo, it feels like we're in danger, or we're being, it's like a protest and we're afraid we'll get arrested. But you got to find a balance here with living and speaking your truth and having a life that gives you joy and happiness. You know, you also can't put yourself in danger, right? Or put yourself into a place where you have more suffering. That's not going to help you out either. Oh, gosh, I feel like I almost got a headache. That's like a phantom headache. I think you got a lot weighing on your mind. And that's partly because you're not saying it out loud. It's all just running in cycles in your head. But you're bringing in this reality where you are going to speak your truth, because I think you can't hold it back anymore. Whew. And I feel almost like a bit anxious or stressed as well. I think ultimately it's going to be all right, because you are going to bring in the life that you want here. It's going to be, you're bringing in more balance. Because I think it was actually harder to sit in silence for you. To not be standing in your truth. Is it? To Mortarite. 21. To Mortarite. It's very blue crystal. Makes me think of your throat chakra. Speaking your truth, right? Yeah. And that's about, you know, it's a Demarterite kind of suggests making lists because you have such a cluttered mind. Or there's so much going on in your head that if you write it out, it'll make things easier. So maybe you should write out what you want to say. If there's something that's been on your mind that you really want to speak up about. But it could also, I think, be about like maybe writing your truth. Like maybe you're a journalist, or you're a writer of some sort, and that's a way that you channel that energy of things that you feel are unjust, or feel like you want to communicate about the world. Like you want to say your truth about like your own spirituality or the spirituality of the earth, and you want to write or speak about it. But maybe I think the writing is the speaking for you. Yeah. Yeah. But there's a big element of planning with this. So maybe that's what's suggesting, like maybe you should plan things out as if they're already in motion. Like, and that's very big part of manifestation, is acting as though it's already real. So it's like if you want to receive money, you got to plan what you're doing with that money first, as if it's already coming to you. And that is a big factor in manifestation. The same with if you want a certain outcome, maybe write it out as though it's already in motion, or write out everything that you want to happen as if it's happening. But also, in the act of writing it out, we actually work out the details as well, and sometimes we get other ideas as we write along. So, you get more and more specific as you write. So that could be an aid in this manifestation right now. Yeah, take the ideas in your mind and put them on paper. And that's going to help you bring this into reality. If you're trying to heal or trying to get yourself to a new location or something like that, like write it out like I'm healthy now, I'm doing this now. I'm able to exercise every day because I'm not sick anymore, and I do all these things every day because I have all this energy. It's like writing in the present of that reality that you're seeking. Like, don't write I want this, write I am doing this now. It's a different energy, and it will help you get there quicker. Yeah, maybe just journal, even if that's, something that's too much for you. Like, maybe just journal your thoughts, what's going on in your mind, because often our wishes come out through that, right? Like, we'll write about this thing that's bothering us, and they'll be like, what I want to see happen is this, or this is how it should be. And somehow we end up in a manifestation mode in that way, right? Yeah, because that'll get you there, get you into that mode of writing out manifestations. If it's writing's not your thing, maybe just commit to writing like a sentence every day. And you could just journal your day as well, or journal like a feeling or a thought you had through the day. A lot happens to us in a day, and we often forget about it all. So it's nice to write it down and have a record of our lives, because it's all going to go into the past, right? Sometimes it's nice to have a record to look back on and see how far we've come, right? Yeah. And writing and listing things also can help us sort our priorities as well. Like, what's more important right now? What can wait for later, right? Yeah. It helps you work out and sort your ideas. So I think that could be I really suggest that for you. I think that could really help you bring in some balance with your life, and bring that spiritual side of yourself into the everyday, the practical. Do practical manifestation. See how that works for you. Yeah. And if you want a certain future, you want certain things to happen for you, I want, this future where I have this beautiful house and I live in this certain country and I have this job that has all this, these aspects to it that make it easy for me or make me take joy in it every day. Just write it all out. Write it all out as though it's real, and it will become real for you, right? And be honest with yourself. Be truthful about what you really want. Don't write out a prescription for a happy life. Write out what is your happy life, right? in your mind. And that's going to bring you into balance. Yeah. This is great. It's almost like you're manifestation. It's like you're manifesting your ability to take charge of your life and manifest the life you want. Change your life. Yeah, that's what's coming in for you. The ability to create new beginnings. So, yeah, I think you're going to do well. So, yeah, don't stress about things so hard. I think you're stressing a bit hard about this. And I think you gotta relax a bit. And let yourself process things, especially if you're, with this end of the era and the Tower card all going on. I think you really have a lot going on. And then the journaling would really help with that. But it'll also be a good release for you, a creative release, to let those feelings out. They can't sit inside you, right? They just cycle like laundry and bring you down and lower your vibration. So keep that in mind. Yeah. Just a small habit. Bring it into your day to day and, watch your life change. All right. I think that's the end of the reading. So I hope you liked this video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and leave a comment if you feel inclined, because I love to see people's comments and see how things resonated. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. All right, right on.